Coming up on the next episode. Good Tuesday afternoon to you all YouTube, here with you on this 2:34 I think was the time in the PM. I have been working today. Bob been visiting. So there's one of the things I got done right there, my shelf for the computer. That is complete now. I have two of those corner brackets underneath of it, and it's bolted in and doing well. So I'm very happy about that. Above it is the paper, shelf paper I guess you call it, contact paper, whatever. I have on the new edition. I decided to do it this way, and it's come out pretty good. Now I've got some wrinkles on it down on this end that I've got to either adjust or probably cut off. I'm not really sure exactly what I'm going to do with it yet, but I just thought the front looked better with it draped over the end instead of having that plain old 2x3 out, or whatever it is, 1x3. So thought that would be the way to go. Aided by this was one of my birthday presents. Very pleased with that. My son and his family gave me that. It's a nice set. It has the two batteries, carrying bag. It has, like I say, it's a nice DeWalt. I had asked for a Hyper Tough. You know me, guys. I'm cheap, and my family knows that. And I guess they were out of the Hyper Toughs at the local Walmart, the ones I wanted with the 20-volt lithium batteries. And so my daughter had asked if there was anything else, any other brand that would substitute. And I said, well, yeah. I said, the only reason I said Hyper Tough was because it's the cheapest. I just, you know, for what I do, it doesn't take a serious drill, but, you know, I got one anyway, so. It's worked very good. I put the shelf up with it, and works very good. Very happy with it. And I've just been sitting here listening to music and kind of taking it easy. I got the sill over behind the shelf. You can see over behind there, that's all vacuumed up, and that now it's looking good. Everything is vacuumed pretty well, still except for the this part of the floor. I haven't got to that point where I'm trying to get one thing done at a time, and that will be the next thing on the list probably to do. Or either that, or I may work on this printer table. It's out in the living room still. I need to clean it off and take all the garbage off of it and get it ready to go. And I need to attach that. Can't even see it under the power strip under there though. I need to attach that to that. Once I do that, that will be plugged into the wall, and the computer will plug into the wall. But so I've got the computer plugged into the strip right now, just for right now. And like I say, I'm working on it. Had a good birthday. I had, as I said some time ago, I think, started Saturday and ran through Sunday. I had the whole weekend. My weekend. On Saturday, my daughter had told me that she wanted to go shopping the night that, on Saturday, that when we were going to go out to eat. And I said, okay, but I had not planned on going in because I'm just, with this Omicron or whatever it is going around, I'd just soon not do that. I've avoided it this far. I think I'd like to try to avoid it the rest of the way if I can. But anyway, she said she would like to do that, and I said, okay, no problem. And came Saturday. I think she wanted me out there at 2, and I got there a little before 2. And away we flew to Columbus, Indiana. She had asked me for a couple of recommendations for restaurants that I might like out there, and I said, you know, I gave her 2. One was Texas Roadhouse, which is always a favorite for me, and the other one is a place called Amazing Joe's, and that's a place they like, and they've eaten there before. Now I ate it there before. It was Amazing Joe's, and I forget now exactly, something Charlie's, I think, but I have eaten there before, and I enjoyed it. It was good, and this was no exception. We went and had Texas Roadhouse was way too crowded for a 2 o'clock on 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. Of course, all the Christmas shoppers are out, I'm sure, and so it was too. They were coming out the door. I mean, they had a line out the door. So we headed over to the other restaurant, and it was not busy at all. Of course, it's not near the big stores and things like that, so I'm sure that was part of it as well. But I had the chopped steak, which is something I enjoy. I know everybody says, well, that's not steak, that's hamburger. Well, okay, you call it whatever you want. I enjoy it, the way they cook it, and I had comes with mashed potatoes and 2 sides. I got steamed broccoli and green beans, and it was excellent. Very good. I was very pleased with it. I ate too much. You know how that goes. It's your birthday. You're supposed to eat a little bit too much. But so after that, I thought, well, here we go. Now we're going to go to the stores. But we didn't. My daughter said she didn't feel like shopping, and we'd rather just go back home if that was okay with me. And I said, well, yeah, there wasn't nothing really I was going after. In fact, I wasn't going to even go in. But so we headed back to their house and got back, and everybody was talking about playing cards, and I thought, well, yeah, that'd be great, because that's always an enjoyable activity for me. So we were all sitting around the kitchen table where we play cards at, getting ready to play cards, talking about who was coming. My grandson was supposed to stop by, Billy, and so I was sitting with my back to the entranceway, and my daughter perked up. So, oh, there's Uncle Billy. She was talking to Laney, and so I turned around to talk to him. It was my son and his family. My daughter always likes to surprise everybody, and she does a pretty good job of it. And we were talking about the code for Christmas presents. Every year she has a code for Christmas presents. She started out doing it to keep the kids out of the presents, or so they wouldn't figure out what they had. And it's always been kind of a Christmas tradition with her to do that, and so she's done that this year again. So, but anyway, my son, my daughter had been. I won't say on the outs. I would say probably probably more like a misunderstanding on some stuff. When my grandson got married, of course his wife-to-be was in charge of the arrangements, and I guess they only gave my son 5 seats for his whole family. Of course, his whole family's kind of big, and I think they kind of figured that was going to leave his oldest daughter, Carly, out, and I think there were some bad feelings there. And anyway, they had not been around at the house there for a long time, so I was very happy to see that hopefully over with. And anyway, my daughter kept insisting she wasn't mad at anybody, but I guess everybody was mad at her, and she had nothing to do with the arrangements for the wedding, because obviously she's just the mother of the groom. So anywho, that was what that was. And then they stayed quite a while. We never did play cards with them, but we did play cards later after they left. And like I said, my son surprised me with the drill, and that was a pleasant surprise also. And of course, again, we had a good conversation about everything, and so that was that. Trying to think what else. Oh, okay, yeah, that was that night. I ended up going home around. I think I got home around 11:30. We played several card games, and of course, I was beat. It's funny. I was telling my sister. I said, the kids they think the older you get, the more you want to get out and do things. And I'm just the opposite. It wears me out to get out and do things because I'm not used to it. And so I rested up, and then we were supposed to go out. She had another, what she called a surprise for me on Sunday, which is actually my birthday. And so she wanted me out there by 11, and I got out there at 11, or a little bit before, and come find out we were going to Cincinnati. one of the things I had mentioned on if because she named over several places we could go on Saturday. I had said something about Skyline Chili because I love Skyline Chili, dearly do. I was raised on it. So anyway, she had tried to. I could tell she was trying to avoid that restaurant. So anyway, that was one of the things we were going to do Sunday is go to Cincinnati and have actually Skyline Chili in Cincinnati, which everybody that knows anything about restaurants that cities are famous for, the closer you get to the city, the better the restaurant is as far as their cuisine. I don't know why that is, but it is. We've got several Skylines in Indiana, and there's a lot in Kentucky. None of them can match the quality that you get in Cincinnati. So anyway, we went there. The plan was to basically visit some of my old stomping grounds, some of the houses that we had lived in, places we had lived, and things like that. So we visited, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 different places, and had our Skyline Chili up on Colerain Avenue near the mall out there and stuff. So it was enjoyable, and again, like I say, we visited a few more places after that, and I think also got to visit my father and grandmother's graves. Hadn't been out there for years and years and years, and so we stopped by there, saw those, and so we ended up coming back. And then as we came back through Lawrenceburg, Indiana, we stopped at the United Dairy Farmers there and had a chocolate malt for dessert. So it was a very enjoyable day. Again, I was dead tired when I got back because, you know, even though I'm not getting out and doing a lot of stuff, you know, just the excitement and everything else that goes with it, you know, it just kind of makes you, you know, have that, you know, that kind of tiredness, I guess. But anyway, got back and did that, and I'm going to stop this camera because I know it's going to end here real quick. Let me stop it and restart it. Hi, I'm back again. Second part of this flap, I guess. But anyway, again, Sunday was good, and I came home and got some rest. One of the other items I had gotten for my birthday was a tin of caramel popcorn, which I have been eating on since then. Of course, you know, that's a good thing too. It's something I enjoy. And so I took mostly yesterday, which was Monday, I rested, didn't do much of anything. And today I felt a little bit better as far as what I want to do. I got to call my sister, and I told her that if all went well, I would probably come down, and if she felt like it, come down tomorrow and visit her. I wanted to go down before Christmas and visit her one more time. And so we talked a good while, and I told her of our adventures. Of course, a lot of the places we went, she was familiar with because we had lived together as, you know, her family and my family for a short time. And so she was familiar with them and stuff like that. So she was kind of interested in, you know, places we had went. So that was a good conversation. And like I said, I could tell she was getting a little tired. She tires pretty easily now, and you know, I understand. But so I probably will go up there tomorrow if I can arrange it. If nothing major happens, and visit with her a little bit. And I probably won't stay too long because, again, she tires very easily. And then again, she told me to call first because she may not even feel like seeing people. So Becky, I talked to Becky, her daughter, before I talked to her, and she said she was having a pretty good day today, but she'd had some bad days. So anyway, that's what's going on. As far as me and my projects and things like that, I think I'm going to let that run a little longer, that poll. Last time I checked, it was like 40 and 27% or something like that. I think 2 of the items were tied. I think it was the ICOs and the Night VTVM were tied, and the Zenith IF transistor repair thing is in last place. I don't know, it does vary because I know some other people have probably voted since then because I've had more comments. But we'll let it run a little bit longer, and I will announce when it goes away and when we decide to shut it down. So, also been working on a project for George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man. I'm going to flash up a picture of that. He wanted me to, he had sent me I guess it's, nobody ever actually said for sure, but I think it's a drag link for a hot rod. That's what it looks like to me anyway. And he does a lot of modeling. And I guess he was down to his last one, and he, wanted to know if I could do that on a 3D printer. And as you can see, I came up with a pretty good likeness. I put the side-by-side photos up there so you can see the actual one and the one that I designed in Tinkercad. And so that's one of the reasons I want to get my printer going again. I want to print that. And so once I get that done, I can send it back to him. I'm going to make him a few of them. So also he was expressed interest in maybe getting one himself, which I gave him all the details online. And so anyway, that's about that, and no more of that. I did hear from Bob a short while ago. He's going to take a nap, he said, so I guess he's back home. And so I think we're going to wrap this up pretty much. I don't think I have anything else. I've shown you all of the, the shelf over there. That shelf those shelves there have got to be cleaned off and taken down, and that will be one of the other things I work on the bench when I get to it. I want to get the printer done, the 3D printer back in here first, and I actually would like to get this printer. I know you can't see a printer in there because there's no printer in there, but there's a shelf that I've got out in the hallway, and I don't have any of the little, you've seen the little rounded pins that fit in the sides. You can adjust the shelf up and down. I don't have any. It didn't come with this unless they're in the drawer. Maybe that's a possibility. I never thought about that. Well, I've got some stuff. But this was stuff I wouldn't even known was in there. But I can look over on the other side. There's 2 drawers over there as well. They may be in there, and because there are some things in there for the desk, I know. But anyway, if they're in there, I've got the shelf out in the hall, and I will put that in. I've got the color inkjet printer that goes in here, the one I had in the shop before, and it goes in here. It will be hooked up to this computer, obviously. And it's also wireless. I can print from anywhere in the house with it. The new one I've got, I've yet to actually get it out of the box, so I've got to get that done. But that one's going in the living room next to my regular computer there, and I've got to arrange some things in there to get that done right. A lot of work to do, a lot of things need to be done, and so that's kind of what I'm working on at a little bit at a time. Of course, there's the I've been slowly filling up the shelves there with things, and that's where I'm going with that. But one of the other things I kind of want to do with these lights here, I don't know if I've talked about this, but I want to take a board, come out from that top shelf up there, out this way, and mount the lights out a little further where they'll shine down that way instead of straight down, and I think that would be better. And I'm going to experiment a little bit with that and see how that works out, and see if that will work. So that would give me a little bit better lighting, I think. So I got my HP. I always forget the model number, but it's the RF signal generator. Got it in place now with the top all coated with the new contact paper. And like I say, it doesn't match that, but it contrasts it pretty good. So I think it's a good match for what I could find. So there you go. That's going to do me. Like I said, you guys, I hope you all have a pleasant day. Thank you so very much for watching, and we will see ya.